I've just completed the 10-day Vipassana course, and I knew it was going to be worth my while, but I didn't quite realize just how much. I didn't really know what I was getting myself in for, and for anyone who is thinking of going, I probably won't even tell you what to look forward to, because you should definitely experience it for yourself. As to whether or not I basically have to now sit on the impulse to tell everyone that I meet that they should go and do this course, because it was so affecting and so life-changing and so beautifully simplistic and pragmatic in the process. It's not at all religious, it's not about rites or rituals, it is just a mind meditation process that you learn incrementally over 10 days while observing noble silence, which is not talking. You are not writing, you're not reading, you are not even making eye contact with the people around you. I didn't really know who I would be studying alongside of, but they were 50 guys and 50 girls, segregated by sex, who seemed like such interesting, beautiful, fascinating people. And on the last day, you can actually speak to each other. So it was really interesting to discover, after co-inhabiting a space with these guys, just exactly what their personalities were like. I'd sort of made these estimates about who I thought each of them were, and some of them were very true and some of them were completely inaccurate, but it was interesting to have non-verbal communication and to observe what that is like, and to see what familiarity and closeness you can gauge with people not sharing any actual words. The interior process of going so deep after 10 days and then having to try and reintegrate myself back into a regular way of working and living, and imagining how I'm going to maintain my calm and maintain a practice of trying to meditate for some time every day. The course leader would suggest an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening. I think that is ideal, but a little bit too idealistic. If I can do an hour in the morning, then I'll be very happy. So basically, how do I now share this information with other people? Because people aren't going to necessarily give up 10 days of their life to go and do a meditation retreat. They could and they should, and it would be life-changing. And for anyone who is at a crossroads or hitting walls or uncertain about how they should get through some difficult stage of themselves, this is the thing that I say that they should resort to. But even if you weren't at a crossroads and you just wanted to change your life for the better, I would recommend this. I never want to forget this experience. I never want to forget the way it felt to observe sunsets, not being able to speak alongside these beautiful human beings from across the Blue Mountains, because I was lucky enough to be able to sit Vipassana in the Blue Mountains, where geographically, energetically, it's so strong that you can't help but feel tapped in and inspired and assisted in your meditation process. And I don't want to forget the words of my friend that came to my mind when I felt like I was going to quit and I wanted to walk away on the third day. And he said, the walls that you're hitting now are going to be the yardsticks by which you measure your progress in the future. And I think that's something that I would like to always remember, that the walls that I hit along the way will be the future measurement of my progress and success. This was the friend who told me to come here in the first place, and I feel like I psychically reached out to him and asked him for some help at a point at which it all became a little bit too much. And I'm so glad I stayed, because it was hard for the first couple of days. And then by day 7, by day 8, of course, you don't want to leave. You're so connected to the people around you, the space that you're in, the geography, the process, being able to do nothing but have space and time to yourself, quiet, meditation. The structure of the course is so simplistic and so easy to take on the bits of information that they give you day by day, that you don't have to worry about knowing what you're doing going into it. You can turn up with no meditation experience whatsoever, or a strong practice, and either way you're bound to benefit. So for me, I have to say that this is one of the things I will look back on my deathbed as being the beginning of a path. And I hope that I can, like the course recommends, come back every year for 10 days of refreshment. I'd love to contribute my energy to volunteer in future where I can, and come back and be one of those beautiful people that serves you food and does so voluntarily. But the food, by the way, was amazing. You get 2 meals a day, and it's some of the best soul vegetarian food you'll ever encounter. But yeah, I have a lot to process now, and I wanted my first steps out of the place to be recorded so I could gauge exactly what this experience really meant to me from a place in the future myself. So if you have any questions about the experience, all I will do is just tell you that you have this card in your back pocket. The idea that you could go and do Vipassana is always there, and there are places in every city in Australia pretty much. There are places all around the world now that offer it, and it's free, and you make a donation at the end of it, and I can definitely see the worth in doing that in terms of how well equipped this space is. And I'm truly thankful and feel very blessed to have been able to experience it.